I think it all depends on the project. Obviously, at this point in time, solar is by far the most popular. And the simple reason for that is the cost to install that and the simplicity by which it's being done. So, for instance, to be able to install a solar panel system, whether it's on a residential roof or at a commercial property, it's a lot easier than installing a wind turbine and running a wind farm because there's less moving parts, less variability in it. Hence, we're seeing that the solar industry is definitely increasing the quickest. The potential that wind power gives, though, is that the amount of space turbines take or the masses take versus the amount of electricity they can generate is a lot more than solar. Especially with the technology that's changing and improving wind, we'll use the same mast, but the size of the turbine, the strength of the turbine is improving, which means in the old days with one turn, maybe you create 1 megawatt. But now with the one turn, you create a lot more. And that's the difference where wind might have an advantage above solar when space becomes an issue. And then biomass and hydro usually is very expensive to build. And obviously that's not something that we would do on a residential or private basis. But the nice thing about hydro is it's got a very long lifetime. So, I mean, you can go and build a hydro and that thing, if properly maintained, can run easily for 50 years. So although they're expensive, it will last a lot longer than, let's say, a solar setup. And then with the biomass, I have to say that the biomass and the hydro are the projects that I see the least of in the market, just because probably the cost and the technicality of it. And then the big thing with biomass, and that's now burning something or converting some of the gases into electricity, is the availability of those sources. So those type of projects, we definitely more see client-specific projects, like you mentioned earlier. You know, we've got a massive dairy, a lot of farms, a lot of cow manure, or you might have some shavings from wood that's in any case available. If you've got those type of elements, then biomass makes sense. But otherwise, the most general ones would be solar and wind.